let's get right into the tutorial. When I'm doing my box braids, I like to pre-part my hair the day before. It just saves me so much time, and honestly, parting is not even my strongest skill, so I might need to phone a friend, so I try to do that as early as possible. I use two different texture units of human hair for my curls because I didn't want it so uniformed. I believe I got these units from Ali Pearl a couple of years back. Now let's get into the prep because we know the foundation of a good braid starts before the braid itself. I like to use a lightweight leave-in. The leave-in I'm currently using is from Sacred. It is their moisture sealing lotion. And then this is the actual braiding gel that I use to help define the parts, and it worked really well for my flaky prone scalp. So if you do have seborrheic dermatitis or any type of dandruff, I would recommend this one. It's holding up pretty well. I just want to make sure that the sections are even as much as possible so the weight of the hair is distributed properly. I also did a apple cider vinegar bath on my braiding hair before installing, and oh my god, that made such a difference. The hair is so much more lightweight. Now let's talk braiding. For each section, I'm applying a small amount of gel and twisting the base of my hair just to get a feel of where I want the braid to actually lay. Then the next thing I'm doing is wrapping the pre-stretched hair around the base to create a knot, and I'm just going to begin to braid down. I'll start to braid like normal. Of course, I'm doing the 3-strand braiding method. I'll be adding an image in the corner to give you more of a visual if you are a beginner. And as I'm braiding, I'm just going to start adding the curls to the braid. I like to feed the curls into the blue string and continue to braid down while pulling it tautly up, just so I won't lose any length. For me, I used about 5 or 6 pieces per braid to achieve my desired look. But again, you can add as many or as less as you would like. And as I'm braiding down, I like to continue adding the smallest amount of gel to the braid to prevent any flyaways. And then when I get to the point within the braid where I feel like I'm losing a little bit of density, I like to go ahead and take a small amount of hair from both sides, that is the red and the green string, just to keep the braid as even as possible. And when you do that, sometimes the braid can start to be a little bit bulky, so I like to gently pull up on the braid to help straighten it out again. I also wanted to show you a close-up on how I actually feed the curls in and how I end the braid. It's pretty easy as you practice, but you want to feed the curly piece into the blue string, clip it to keep the piece in place, and then braid down as normal. Now for the end of the braid, I just feed the entire curly piece into the braid. I lay it across as you guys see in the illustration like the pencil, and I just braid down, add a little bit of gel, and continue braiding down till I get to the end. I cut off anything that's excess or flyaway, and then that's it. And once you're finished, I like to go through and pull out all the pieces added just to make sure they are secure, because they say you leave traces behind of yourself everywhere, but I'm not trying to leave those type of traces. And then you're just going to repeat those steps until you're finished. I would definitely recommend having some patience. It took me about 4 days to honestly finish my whole head because of work, so it does take up some time. I would recommend getting you some movies or some series lined up that you want to watch, because you're going to need something to distract you in the meantime. And just a braider tip, if you ever get your hair tangled while you're braiding, just pull from the middle of the braid and that will help untangle it, and then you can continue to braid as normal. Now on to the finishing touches. I'm just going to go ahead and activate my curls. I like to use a water and leave-in conditioner mix, and I go through and detangle and separate each curl. Lastly, I like to treat my scalp. I'm using another product from Sacred. It's their hair and edge drops. But that is the end of this tutorial. I hope that this has helped you in any way. If you have any further questions, please let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next one.